Okay, y'all, I'm back. This time I made it in the shed, and I made it in the shed in the daytime. So I ain't scared right now, even though I feel like that spirit is still here. Matter of fact, I got my Palo Santo stick with me too. Clear out this energy. So I got a few things on my chest today. I ain't even record everything I wanted to record yesterday because I got scared in the shed. Something done chased me out of here. That smell was awful. But I'm gonna get it all done. I'm just proud of myself because I'm up in the daytime doing these videos like God has been trying to tell me to do forever. And I'm in the shed because, like I said, I don't have no privacy in the house. And I'm also talking about some people that are in the house. So I need to be out here. Which I just told my daughter the other day that I might need to just come out here and clean it up real good. Because we just rented this house. So the shed is behind the house and it's their stuff in it. But I'm getting this bump on my eye and I don't know what it is or where it's coming from. Right there. I need to find out what that is because my dad had one on his eye too, but it was like I thought his was a mole. It was a bigger. But that's what that is starting to look like because it wasn't that big before. I thought it was just a sty, but it's been there for some months. But anyway, so yeah, this is my space. I don't know how to turn the camera around when I record. But this is where me and my daughter hang out and drink and smoke and talk when we can't be in the house. Or like if her friend comes over, they sit out here in the shed. So this is kind of like my safe space right now. I just need to clean the energy out from last night because that was crazy. So today, I definitely woke up on the wrong side of the floor. Remember I did a video yesterday about how the day before I had a spirit on me bad. And that day was just terrible. That was Saturday. Sunday wasn't bad. I still, felt a little irritated, but it wasn't as bad as Saturday. Today, I'm back to the feeling like I was Saturday. Like I woke up on 1,000. Like I had an attitude immediately when I woke up. So sorry, a message popped up. So, I take medicine for depression, right? I take antidepressant medicine. And I've been taking it for so long, I know how to take it, like, according to when I need it. So, like, when they first prescribed it to me, it was one a day. Then they upped it to 2 a day, but when they upped it to 2 a day, I was getting headaches and stuff. So I just was taking 1 a day still. So, like, now, fast forward a decade and a half or so, I know when I didn't take them. I know when I need to take the second one, right? So I'm running out because I don't have a doctor here yet and I don't have insurance yet. It starts January 1st. So I'm running out. So I've been trying to save them. So I don't take them every day. But if I'm in a mood, like I'll think about it. Like, did I take my pill today? Because that'll be my reminder. Like if I feel a certain type of way. So today I woke up and immediately took 2. I wasn't even going to try to take 1 and see how. No, I just took 2 immediately. And I am starting to feel a little better because I was like ready to kill somebody when I woke up, seriously. So basically the spirit that I was talking about that was on me yesterday is still there. The dream that I had was like, so I don't know. Of course, people want to call as soon as I get on the phone. Don't nobody call me but bill collectors. But anyway, so the dream that I had, so I don't know. So, okay, I have spiritual attacks sometimes, right? I haven't had any since we've been in this house. But I learned how to what's the word? I've learned how to get out of them. Like okay, so like when they first started happening, I didn't understand what was happening. That's when I first started my spiritual journey and my relationship with God and stuff like that. So as I got, stronger in my faith and in my spirituality, I started learning how to maneuver pretty much like in the spirit world, I guess you could say. So like the spiritual attacks, I learned how to pray myself out of them. Now I've been having these, I've been having these all my life, but I never knew what they were, right? So now that I know, it's like, so for instance, I used to have a dream, and I'm going way left with this, but I used to have a dream all the time, a repetitive dream about me being locked in a room in the dark. Like I walk in the room and I can't find the light switch, and then the door closes and it locks, and I'm just panicking, right? And I'm scared of the dark in real life. Yes, I'm a grown-ass woman, almost 40, scared of the dark. So I had this dream all my life, and then recently I had it, and in the dream I was able to change the, oh, my teeth look so yellow, oh my God. I'm sorry. I was able to, okay, so when I went in the room, because after so long in the dreams, I would go in the room, but I would try to keep my foot by the door and try to find the light. But then I would still always the door would always close. So now, when I have the dream, I know not to panic, because I just need to find the light switch, or I just need to open the door. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned how to, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I learned how to better deal with these types of dreams. So spiritual attacks, like I know, like they'll use people in my dream, like family members or friends that's close to me, mostly my daughter. Well, this was before, when she had a spirit on her too, but they would use her a lot. But like in the dream, before it turned into the attack, it'll be like a regular dream, and then like my daughter would turn into this demon and start like trying to kill me or do something crazy, like. And so I learned how to pray myself out of those dreams, but I also learned how to determine when it's a spiritual attack and when it's just a regular dream. So like, for instance, one dream I had, and it was like a dream inside of a dream inside of a dream. It was like different floors in the dream. And I was like on all the way down to like the 4th or 5th floor, and my best friend was in there, and she said something in the dream that I know my best friend wouldn't say in real life. So that's when I determined that it was about to be a spiritual attack. So I was able to pray myself up the floors, but as I kept going up, like they kept trying to change the people. Like my daughter was in there on one floor, like it was different floors. And when I got to the top, I was praying. I'm like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I was doing all of that in the dream. And then I heard my uncle's voice, and he passed a few years ago, but I heard his voice. And so I snapped out of the dream and woke up, but he wasn't there. Nobody was there. Like I was in the house by myself. The TV was off. Like there was nothing around. So I know that was, him helping me get out of the dream. But anyway, I've learned how to maneuver in these dreams, to where I can get myself out of them and wake up. So, or to where I can just tell what type of a dream it's about to be. Because it can be a good dream, it's like a trick. It's kind of like a trick. It could be a good dream and I'm in it, and then all of a sudden I could tell when something's about to happen, or I could feel it. I could feel that bad energy, that bad spirit, and I could tell when something's about to happen, and then I'll be able to either start praying, rebuking, or just get up. So last night, sorry, I made some coffee, but it's so hot. Last night, one of the dreams I had multiple dreams, but one of them, It was about my mom, and she just passed in March, and she was sick. She had stage 4 cancer. We didn't find out to the very end, but she's been sick for years. So she's been losing weight, and we never knew why. The doctors couldn't figure out what's wrong with her and all of that, right? So in the dream, it was me and my daughter were in there, and I was making food for everybody, and we were in this house. It was really messy. My mom was in the bed. She was sick. She was so skinny you could see her bones through her skin, like literal like skeleton. And so she was calling to my daughter to fix her some food that I was making. And so my daughter caught an attitude and started slamming stuff. And so my mom was like, why are you catching the attitude? I'm just asking you to make me food. So then I caught an attitude with my daughter, and I started, cursing her out, because I'm like, why are you acting like that or whatever? Just make her some food. So we both go in the room, and my mom is like hanging off the bed trying to get to her dresser to get some snack or something, because she was hungry. So that made me even madder at my daughter or whatever. So then my mom was like, she was like, I have to use the bathroom. So I told my daughter, I said, help me get her to the bathroom. So she got on her right side, I was on her left side. But then my daughter, when we got her arms over our shoulder, my daughter started walking really fast, so we were dragging. So then, and me and my mom were like, why are you walking so fast? Like, why are you doing that? And so we all fell. So when we fell, I don't know why we laid there, but we fell, and we were laying there, and my mom was shaking, like her body was shaking. Now, this happened to her when she was in the hospital, when she was dying. She started shaking, and I remember asking the doctors what that was about. Like, why was she shaking like that? That was right before she, had passed or whatever. So it was funny that in this dream, that's what was happening. She was shaking. But we were laying on the floor, and I was looking at her eyes. Her eyes started rolling, like going in circles, just rolling. So I was looking at her eyes, and it was like, I'm like, why won't she look at me? Why is her eyes rolling? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like she was dying, right, in the dream. So I'm looking at her eyes, and I'm like, why she won't look at me? Why her eyes rolling? Why is she shaking? I'm asking myself this. And then something told me something. I felt something, and it was like, stop looking at her eyes. Don't look in her eyes. And that was me realizing that it was about to be a spiritual attack, right? But I didn't listen. I just kept looking in her eyes, I guess, because I wanted her to look at me. So when she looked at me, her eyeballs finally stopped on me, and she looked at me. I was looking in her eyes, and it was like her face was so sad, but then it was so blank. And then her eyes, like, it was like in her eyes, I could see a man with a white beard just laughing with horns, just laughing in her eyes. And then she turned into that man. Her face, her face and everything, she turned into that man laughing. And then, I started praying, and I woke up. But that's what I mean by, like, I'm able to tell when it's about to change in the dream. So I woke up from that dream, went to the bathroom, had another dream. I'm not gonna tell this whole dream because it's not relevant. But the dream was about my dad. And so last night, when I did the video last night, I was saying I couldn't really get into that yet because I don't really ever have privacy. So, what? Huh? Do what? Yeah, I'm recording a video. This is what I'm talking about. So, the dream was about my dad, and like I was saying last night, he has a spirit on him, and that's the spirit that's on me. So spirits attached to people that are weak. The devil will use people around you, usually family, friends, or whatever. So the spirit will be on that person, but it can jump onto you. Now, this has happened to me plenty of times with my daughter, because she used to do drugs bad, like pills and stuff or whatever. And so whenever she would do it, it was like a spirit would be on her. She would change. Her whole demeanor would change, but the spirit, I could feel it on her. And usually those times, like if we were sleeping in the same house or in the same room together, I would have an attack that night. So this was, a while ago, but this is how I could tell so well. So that's how I know my dad has a spirit on him. And that's the spirit that's trying to attack me. And lately, like, he just seems like so, like, he hates us, me and my daughter. Like, the way he talks to her, he just it's not like him, and it's hurtful. And I take it personal because that's my dad and that's my daughter that he's talking to, but I know he has a spirit on him. But anyway, so that last dream I had when I was before I woke up, he was arguing with me about the house. He was like, y'all don't never do nothing. Y'all don't never do nothing. I'ma cook for me, and y'all ain't getting none, this, that, and the third. Pretty much stuff that's really going on in the house now. But it was like, in the dream, I was telling him, I want to clean this up before you do this. And then he was like, y'all don't never clean, and this, that, and the third, which I do. I'm the only one in here that does clean. But anyway, so in the dream, he was getting me so mad because I was going on a trip with my sister and my aunt for my mom. It was either her birthday or Mother's Day or something, and we were going on a trip. And he knew about this trip, but he wanted me to do other stuff. So he was trying to keep me from going on the trip. So I was getting so mad, and I was just like, I wish I could fucking tell you how I really feel about you. Like, I wish I could say the words that I feel, because you really are starting to get on my nerves. And I'm not gonna lie, I called him a bitch ass nigga in the dream, right? Excuse my language, y'all, but I did, because like I have so much animosity. I have so much to say to him that I won't, because I think I'm a daddy's girl, and even though he was never there, and I had daddy issues all my life, I still could never like hurt his feelings intentionally like he's doing to us. I could never do that to him. It'll hurt me to hurt him. And I think I might have said this in another video, but when I was younger, my mom, I used to come down to visit him for the summer, and my mom had came down with me one year, and she knew about how he used to make me feel. And in the summer times when I used to come, he used to spend time with his girlfriends. Like, he would bring us to his girlfriend's house, but he never like really spent time with me, you know what I'm saying, like to know me or whatever. So she knew how I was feeling. At this time, I think I was like 17, 18. And we sat there, and she made me sit down with him, and she made me tell him what was on my mind. But I told her, like, I can't, because it's going to make him cry, and then I'm going to cry or whatever. But anyway, so she made me do it, and he did cry, and I did cry. But I felt better to get it off my chest, even though I don't think it meant anything to him. I think it just hurt him to hear the words, to hear what he was doing, but he didn't change anything. So, you know, it was like in one ear out the other type thing. So now that I'm older and grown, and I can really say what I want to say to him, I still can. I told myself the other day, because I repeat these words in my head, and it hurts my heart to not be able to say it out loud. So I told myself the other day that I'm going to write a letter. I'm just going to write like a bunch of letters. Like, every time I get the urge to say something to him, I'm just going to write a bunch of letters, because the way he's acting is very hurtful. It's very hurtful. And I just know that I'm not probably ever going to say the words out loud. I mean, I probably won't give him the letters either, but I just need to write it to get it out. But yeah, so when I woke up, that's when I woke up for good today. That's when I woke up after that dream, after cursing him out, well, saying what I said. I woke up and I was angry. Like, I was so angry. I had an instant attitude. I was on 1,000 when I woke up. So I took 2 pills immediately, and then I had to come outside, and just like, me and my daughter were out here talking. That's my best friend. That's who I talk to about everything, mostly everything. So me and her were out here talking, and you know, we were just saying how we need to just go ahead and hurry up and get out of here, because it's just, the emotional, verbal abuse is ridiculous, like ridiculous. And so, not to mention I sprained my ankle on last week, and so it still hurts. So it's still hard for me to walk. I haven't been to work in a week. And he texted me this morning, my manager, and asked when I was coming back. And I really wanted to come back tomorrow. Yesterday, I thought I was doing better. But today, when I woke up, it was hurting all over again. So it's like, when I lay down and put it up and ice it, everything's fine. But if I get up and walk on it, like last night I was cooking, so I was walking on it a little bit. And when I laid back down, that's when it started hurting again. So it's like, I don't want to go to work, because I work at Pizza Hut. So I don't want to go to work and mess it up again, you know, move the wrong way, or, you know, because I'm moving around, you know, it's not like I'm just sitting down, not doing nothing or whatever. So that was on my mind also, because it's like, I'm trying to get out of here. I just started working at this job. I only started working there because it's right down the road and I can walk, because he has two vehicles, but he won't let me drive one for whatever reason. So that's why I got the job at Pizza Hut. And it's like, I just started there and I really don't want to quit and I don't want to lose my job, but I also don't want to go in there and mess myself up. So also the bite mark. So I haven't been sleeping because it's uncomfortable. I can't get comfortable with the bite mark and with my ankle, and it's on the same leg. Like, it's just a lot. So yeah, when I woke up today, I was very annoyed. But like I said, I took my medicine immediately, so to give it time to kick in. And I talked about, all of that. And then I looked at my phone, and the first video that popped up was, because this is how I get my messages from God. I wake up, thank God for today. And, usually when I'm going to the bathroom or something, I'll be like, all right, God, what's the message today? What do you want to tell me today? And I'll turn on YouTube, and whatever's up there, that's what, the message is. That's what I listen to. So the first video that popped up was, the title, I never watched her before. The title was, how my life changed in 21 days. And then it said, you got to be obedient, or God is telling you to be obedient, or something like that. I think it was God is telling you to be obedient. And I was saying that last night, like, I know he's been telling me to do these videos, but I've been letting distractions, I've been letting things distract me from doing them. So I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, God is probably trying to tell me, like, because I was like, I need money. I need to get money so I can rent a car. So if I rent a car, I can get a second job, or I can do DoorDash and Instacart and work where I'm working and have transportation. So that's what I needed money for, but I only worked 1 week. So this check is only going to be 1 week. And then I sprained my ankle, so I hadn't been at work. So I was thinking, I was like, God probably telling me, like, I told you to sit down. Like, you're not going back to Pizza Hut. Like, okay, I let you work. You got a check. A check is coming. You're about to get the rental car, and then you can make money that way. But I told you to make these videos. Like, this is what I'm saying to myself in my head. He's probably saying to me, like, I told you to make these videos. So when I seen her video, I was like, okay, yeah, that's probably what that's about. Like, because he's just telling me, it's like